Boom, 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 ka-doo-ka-doo, doo, doo, doo. I'll bring my love to you. Doom da da doom da da doom da da doom da boom 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 da doom doom doom. I'll bring my love to you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've been pushed down, messed around, and taken for a fool. But next time around, I'm gonna change the rules. And I don't care about the things that people say. It's you I think about each and every day. It's much too late for you to change your ways. I can't keep holding on, expecting you to stay. If you're all alone and if you're feeling down, call me, I'll be around. Whenever you need somebody, I'll bring my love to you. Don't have to say you love me. I just wanna be with you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'll bring my love to you. I just wanna be with you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'll bring my love to you. I just wanna be with you. Hey, what's up, folks? It's Silver 5150 here, and it's Friday, right? You just been Rick Ashley, bitch. Oh, can you say that on this video? That's right, it's not made for kids. Look here, man, it's Friday. It's time to party. We're gonna go bar hopping tonight. Are you ready? Let's go. Starting with the 1 gram Valcambi fractional combi bar section. We talked about these earlier in the week. I had a video on fractionals. And we're talking about fractional Valcambi bars, how they can be used to do bartering stuff in town. And folks, I got to tell you, man, this thing that we're going through right now is going to cause communities to become more important than the bigger sizes of government. I think government's going to shrink down to the lowest level. The federal level is going to break down first. And I'm not trying to be a doomsayer, but the federal level is going to break down first, meaning it's going to cede more power to the states, as you can see right now, with the quarantine and all the different kind of shelter-in-place stuff is being left to the governors of the states, like it should be. This is just in the United States. I don't know what's happening in, overseas. You guys can tell me in the comments. But then, down to the counties, where the county officials will, take charge and we'll start to pull our county together, and down to the towns, down to the cities, the mayors. They're going to be the ones that are going to, help rally the communities together. And as communities first, we're going to start to rebuild our worlds and our systems. And, once we get the antidote and stuff for the coronavirus and we get a grip on this thing, we will have the opportunity to start fresh. We're going to start small, real small. And then we'll get bigger, like we always have. The next bar is going to be the Asahi. Asahi, baby. Rocky Mountain Asahi. 3/9 fine silver, 1 troy ounce with serial number, serialized Asahi bars, man. These things are the bomb. These things are the bomb. These guys took over for Johnson Mathey. Johnson Mathey, I think they were still making bars up to a certain point, the 1 ounce bars, but you can see in the capsule, the 1 ounce bar looks really nice and fancy. If you haven't checked out any of my old videos, please do that, because all these things you're seeing right now are in earlier videos where we had fun in those too. So go back and check some of the old videos out. So we've went to this bar, we had a couple of drinks. Now we've gone to this bar, we hopped to this bar, we had a couple of drinks, and now we're, a little, everything like that, but we still got to go to the final bar. Oh my God. It is the Valcambi 1 kilogram fine silver bar, 3/9 fine in fact, serialized, making the Asahi 1 ounce bar look like a dwarf, and the 1 gram Valcambi bar. Let's go ahead and see what happens when you piggyback the two. So you got the 1 gram Valcambi bar, and then you got the big bar that is sitting on top of, and you can see that it just takes at least 1,000 of those to make one of these. This is what's cool about bars, man. They come in so many different sizes and stuff. The only thing you're not going to see is a capsule for this Valcambi. It's not going to happen. You just can't get them. You can't get a capsule for that. But imagine if you could, what it would look like. But if we're going to use this stuff as currency, it's good to have your increments. What are you going to go to the farmer's market? Where are you going to get a set of tires? Or whether you're going to buy the entire car, okay? I mean, you never know, all right? But it's good to have these increments and stuff, and you can see the disparity in the sizes. All right, guys, so, look, what happened in the markets today? In the markets today, the Dow was down almost 1,000 points, all right? It just, kind of lost a lot of what it gained yesterday. But understand now, these guys, they've used about $12 trillion in pledges since September 12th when the repo market started up. And if you don't know what the repo market is, check out George Gammon. at George Gammon on YouTube, and he has such great videos on the repo market. Just blow your mind. Will just blow your mind. Let's see, what else happened today? Gold was down 1.5%, which was kind of bogus because, I mean, with all the fear out there, the fear index was up. Gold should have been up too, but gold was down 1.5%. Silver was down about 0.75%, which means it outperformed gold today by a factor of 2, which was kind of cool. It's good to see those reverses, in the metals because gold was really outperforming silver last week. Oil went down to about, $21 a barrel, which means we should be seeing 99-cent gallon of gas soon. I had said before earlier in one of my videos that it's very important that if oil is going to stay down low like this, it stays down low long enough for us to take advantage of some cheap gas. Cheap gas. We need that just to get some economic relief. If they're going to send us checks, we want those checks to go as long as they can. This is here in the United States again. I'm not talking about our brothers and sisters abroad. I hope you guys are getting relief from your governments because God knows you've paid into them and they need to start giving some back. Here's their chance. All right, so the ranges, if you notice how stable the ranges were in the market today, they were just, rock steady. And yesterday, too, when they had the gains yesterday and on Wednesday, that meant that money had passed and that Steve Mnuchin and the Treasury and the Federal Reserve, they had the ability to control the markets and give them stability. Stability in the markets means less fear, and that means less of a VIX index, which is the fear index, the VIX index, in the markets, and it keeps people from trading around and throwing stocks around and trying to get out and panicking and running for the exit. So that's very important. But yeah, the stimulus package is $12 trillion in total since September 12th of 2019. And that's where we're at. We're at stable markets. But how long will the money last? We don't know. Because if we get instability in the markets next week, that meant that they spent all the money they had, all 12 trillion, trying to stabilize things. And over the weekend, things fell apart. Guys, look, this coronavirus thing, it is no joke. And it's not a hoax either. I know a lot of guys are being like, well, this is a hoax. And, and people are being taken advantage of. And they're just trying to get us in our houses so they can run, everything into the ground and then, buy everything out from under us. I'm not going to deny that. But the actual virus is a problem, okay? So, what do we know about the coronavirus? This morning we talked about how it does not change or mutate very fast, all right? And that that gives us a chance to start to put together some antidotes and stuff and to, get ready to maybe recover from this thing because it's kicking our butts. I mean, mentally, spiritually, and financially. All right. So what can you do in the meantime to be prepared or at least stay alive long enough to take advantage of any science or medical breakthroughs until that happens? Well, you want to do the things I talked about. And again, in my earlier videos, I hate to keep stressing and pounding the table on that, but if you haven't seen my earlier videos, I try to give some helpful hints on how to stay healthier or stay alive. I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I'm going to really catch a lot of heat for this. I think we're all going to get it on some level. Now, understand that there are different variables, different levels of, effects of the symptoms when you get it. Depending on how healthy your immune system is, you might just get mild symptoms. They'll hang around, but that's as far as things will go. But if you are of a weaker constitution, you're going to have more problems, with it, and it's going to, really try to take you down. And if you are with precondition, have medical preconditions and, you're of need of a lot of medical assistance now, then it's definitely going to be a problem for you. And you'll need the real medical attention, which is what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep the medical system from getting overloaded. So we are going to do our part to stay out of Dutch, as they used to say, or out of trouble for as long as we can. So what does that mean? That means your chaga tree mushroom, either extract or caplets or capsules or pills. Your liposomal vitamin C, liposomal, Lyposomal, liposomal vitamin C, very hard to say. All right, vitamin D3, all right, at least 10 IUs a day, 10,000 IUs a day. Vitamin D3, at least 10,000 IUs a day. And, anything else you want to add, in those three supplements I talked about, as much as you can stand, as much as you can afford. All right. The more you use, the better off you'll be. I mean, there is a reasonable limit to where, you don't want to affect your liver. I take vitamin B12 or a vitamin B complex to protect my liver from the ingestion of a lot of the supplements and stuff. But I eat plenty of healthy foods too, Silver Gamer Thrones. I thought I had to throw it out there. I don't want you to yell at me. But yeah, I eat plenty of healthy foods, plenty of vegetables and stuff. Just make sure the vegetables are clean and they are able to, keep you healthy as well and not actually do you damage. All right. So, the last thing I'll say about staying healthy is intermittent fasting. So, the intermittent fasting is something I learned from Terry Crews. He has on his Twitter, he has on some of his social media accounts, he talks about how he does intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting is like you're not on some, quest like Gandhi where you're trying to, go 60 days to make a political statement or anything like that. You're just talking about, probably taking, 12 or more hours in between meals every once in a while. You don't make it a habit, not unless you're trying to lose weight. And I don't think that's a good idea right now. I think, people actually need to try to stay healthy and try to eat as much as they can within reason to, stay in the game and keep their strength up, because you never know when you're going to be called on to take care of someone else. All right. So those are my ideas about trying to stay healthy until we can find a way to defeat this damn thing, this virus, because it is a real pain in the rear in so many avenues. All right. So, I had an idea. You guys know I've been cranking out quite a few videos here lately. And what I want to do is I'm thinking I'm about going to take probably a week off here next week. There's going to be some crazy stuff happening in the markets. But the reason why I'm taking a week off from making videos, this coming week is because I want to catch up with some of the other cool stacker videos out there. I haven't had much time to watch, Florida Stacker and, of course, the Great Silver Joker. And, you got some other guys, the Silver Game of Thrones, and there's another stacker out there that I don't think is getting as much attention as he should be getting. And it's a special shout out to Fred Gar. Fred Gar has a YouTube channel out there. That's Fred, G-A-R, Fred Gar. He will be an impromptu fill-in if you need to have some of the silver stacking entertainment that I like to provide. I don't think he sings or anything like that, but he has some really cool silver he wants to show you guys. So that's Fred Gar. If you haven't, check him out. I've been checking him out, and I can't wait to go in binge watch, a lot of stuff he has. So Fred Gar. So it's Fred, G-A-R, Gar, right? Check him out. Okay. So other than that, man, we went bar hopping tonight. We got a little tipsy, a little woozy. Somebody's going to call Uber soon, but I want you guys just to figure out ways, to just, be lighthearted and have fun. This is a serious situation, right? But we are the human race, man. And when we put all of our resources and our minds together and we pray to the big guy, there really isn't anything we can't overcome. You know this, all right? I love you guys. If anything crazy happens this weekend, I will, butt in. But I do have some cool silver I'm expecting to come in today or tomorrow, hopefully. And I can really, really have some fun with you guys before I take next week off. But I just want you to know that I appreciate all your support. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I appreciate the comments. We had some really good back and forth today, some really good dialogue about what we expect out of the markets. Oh, and speaking of which, if you have been watching the retail silver market, I'd made a remark about how Libertads were really splashing the scene with these ultra high premiums that are popping up out of nowhere, right? Well, guess what? I went looking around for Silver Eagles, and of course, I go to the old standby APMEX, and I checked them out. And now, if you want a Silver Eagle, you can get the newer ones, like the 2019s, I think, or 2020s, are still up for grabs, but I think they're pre-sale. And if they're not pre-sale, I think you can get those for less than $25 now. But guess what? Every other single Silver Eagle out there, whatever year it is, even all the way back to 1986, is in the 30s now. So think about that. Over twice the price of spot. In the 30s for these coins. And it's Silver Eagles, and of course now, Libertad's first, now Silver Eagles. Who knows what other sovereign coins are going to start taking off? I looked at Britannia's. They were in the high 20s. Spot price again at $14.70. It doesn't make any sense, but does it? Remember what I showed you on debtclock.org. Debtclock.org is not something that I use to measure what the value of silver is. What I use debtclock.org for, and showing you all these price jumps and all this stuff, is to measure the rate of increase, the rate of economic energy that's pouring into these assets. All right? It's not about what we think the value of silver should be, because dollar-wise, who knows? I had a great comment from one of my subscribers today that had said, like, yeah, okay, well, silver's going to be $1,540, but a ham sandwich is going to be $800. And I know exactly what he's talking about getting at. And that was, saying, hey, man, hyperinflation is a bitch. It is. Hyperinflation is a bitch. But the thing is to survive hyperinflation, if you're valued in dollars, if all of your wealth is valued in dollars, and those dollars start to inflate away, meaning it's going to take more of them to buy the same thing, aka $400 gas, then you begin to lose your purchasing power and your wealth, because your wealth is valued in those dollars. But if you hedge yourself with something that's going to have the opposite effect, silver, that's going to take that inflation, it's going to apply it to itself, and it's going to increase along with everything else. But it's the only asset that can absorb inflation, right? But also serve as money. And if you think it can't serve as money, guys, I've purchased everything under the sun with silver: firearms, ammo, food, like tires for a car. I mentioned that before. Clothes, all kinds of stuff. And if I wasn't able to transact directly for these things, I've been able to sell into a metals broker and then get the cash and then do it that way. And I can tell you right now, the cash transactions are getting a lot faster. When I sold my palladium ballerinas to Amex, I did that on Tuesday afternoon. I got the money in my bank this morning at 2:00 in the morning, and then I went and bought my Czech Lions. Okay. So, or my kilo. So, don't think that silver is not money. It's money right now, but it's going to be even better money later on, because unlike the dollar, it is a store of wealth. And that is the difference. Silver is a store of wealth on top of being fungible and divisible and durable and all these things. But dollars are not a store of wealth because they lose value. Silver will not lose value. Whatever silver purchased 100 years ago, as one of my subscribers said, it'll purchase today. And this is true, but I think it's going to do better than that. I think it's going to outperform the economy, and I think it's going to form the backbone of the new economy when we start up with that. But first, we got to survive. Chaga tree mushroom. Vitamin C, liposomal vitamin C. Good Lord, that is really hard to say. Liposomal vitamin C, all right, as much as you can handle, because liposomal vitamin C and chaga tree mushroom, they actually enhance each other and build your cellular immunity. They build the strength around your cells to keep the pathways that the corona likes to get down into, armored up and blocked and flexed. They're flexing, man. And so that coronavirus has a hard time getting in, so it has a hard time taking hold. And that's the whole point behind it. Vitamin D3, at least 10,000 IUs a day. Any other kind of supplements you want to throw in, if you want to throw in some chewable vitamin C, if you want to do a little bit of keto, tablets or something like that, if you have any other kind of immune booster or multivitamin, have at it, man. Have at it. Get those nutrients in your system. Overload your system with them, because you want to defend against something that can take you out pretty quick, all right? I know it's not the healthiest way to go, but it's the defense we've got right now until the professionals can put together something that we can use to actually defeat this damn bug, all right? Love you guys. Like, share, subscribe, but mostly comment. I just love going back and forth to the comments. I'm not going to have a lot to do this weekend. Well, I got to clean my act up. But other than that, I would just love to chat with you guys about what's going on, what we've seen this week, and what we expect next week, all right? So here's hoping I get some really cool silver, and here's hoping I can show it off to you guys and maybe sing you another song, if you can stand it. All right? Love ya. Take care. Have a great weekend.